But the movie came out. Now we had some predictions on how it was going to start, and it looks like our indicators of what we're looking at. We look a lot of smart now. But I got to ask this first, Dre. Did your wife drag you to this like she dragged you
No,
to Barbie?
no, she did not.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Praise the High Father. No,
Because
no.
that's the only way a lot of men are seeing this if they're dragged to it.
Yeah.
Now,
Brothers are being forced against their will, kicking and screaming. No, not this time. Thank goodness. Thank
because
goodness.
we're gonna compare this to Barbie because we have to, because the
Mhm.
world wants to compare this to Barbie right now.
Yeah.
They want to. So let's bring it up. Here it is. 114 million. That's not a bad opening weekend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
look at that international. Only 50 million. Now it's a staggered release. It's going to be coming out over the next few days into Thanksgiving. And there might be the holiday bump. That's a legitimate thing in this. The holiday bump this week when people are off, basically probably Wednesday through Sunday. This could get a massive second weekend because
It
there's
could.
such a good positive word of mouth about it. Could get a massive second weekend. It only has its budget of $145 million. So add the marketing. Let's say at 400 million, this thing's in profit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that, and I think like we said either last week or week before, I think this weekend is going to. I think this weekend's going to do very well, for this film, just because of the marketing and the play and people that are into it. All the play goers, they're going to flock to go see this film.
So do you think
Now,
it's going to repeat traffic?
that's the tough part because, like you said, that's one thing I didn't put in consideration last week was the holiday bump. I didn't even think about people going to having days off and actually waiting to go see it. Now that I didn't really think about. Now it depends. Now if this movie is tolerable, then maybe it might actually get a good second week. But if word of mouth spreads that this is hot garbage or a feminist wet dream and blah 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 blah, then I don't think the second weekend is going to be very good. I think the drop off will
Here
probably be massive.
is what I'm hearing at this point. When I listen to people talk about it, all the girls love it.
Oh well.
Even the girls in our sphere who are based as hell, they love it. And all the dudes, those who have been dragged to see it, hate it, but say it's a well-made movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been hearing that quite a lot from a lot of people, even guys that have been dragged to the musical itself, not the film, but the stage show. Even
Guys are going to that musical for a different reason, Dragon Lady.
Yeah, I know.
Going
Anyway,
there's a whole different set of rewards for going to see that.
Oh yes, it is.
Right now, your wife is being shot so full of subliminal messages, all she'll be thinking about afterwards is blowjob.
Well, yeah, Gary Neurotics Out of the Theater review is very much what I predict my reaction would be. He said pretty much what you're saying. Like, yeah, it was well made, well directed, well acted, but it was the ninth circle of hell for me. And that's probably how I would describe it if I had to go.
All right. So, but now, I think while this is a solid opening weekend, I think people thought it was going to be a little higher than it is.
It's lower than I would have thought, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it would be over 120, 130. But it's not, because we go to Barbie, and its opening weekend was 162.
Yeah, it's massive.
That was and then it only got bigger. Its drop off was negligible. Now, here's the thing, though, as we just mentioned, I think this was very intelligent scheduling for this movie, dropping it the week before Thanksgiving. The positive results of those who are into it, those of the female persuasion who are loving it, that has worked. And everything that had been complained about before in the lead up with the bad press and this and that, that's gone. It's out the window. Nobody's even talking about that. We're only talking about it because we remind you of the timeline. It has not affected anything. Women like it. And now I think the positive vibes from this first weekend are going to generate into a very large Thanksgiving bump. I think the drop off is going to be negligible. I think going into the week, going into Thursday, for Wednesday, Thursday, and I think this thing might be in profit by the end of next weekend. By Monday next week, I think this is in profit. I think it's over 400 million by next weekend. Now, that begs the question, though. Will it have this kind of trajectory? That's why I asked. Will the ladies go back to see this over and over again? Will they do the Barbie thing where they're going back in groups and this and that? Are they going to go back because they all want to sing the songs over again? I have heard this thing. Some people are saying, stop singing during the movie. Stop.
So yeah, they're being told by the theater specifically not to sing, so they're making sing-along showings, specific showings dedicated to people who want to sing along, and I think they are even cost more, or they're at least scheduled differently, so hey, this is one that everyone has consented to sing along with, so go for it.
Yeah,
sing-along version. Yep, sing-along version.
It is a musical.
I wonder if they'll karaoke it, like have the subtitles for the music on screen, and everyone tries to.
Surprised. Now, so that could be really great marketing because everybody all went and gone and seen it, and they're gonna go karaoke that shit. They're all gonna go back so they can then sing and dance and frolic in the aisles. Listen. I don't often say this because I would like a girlfriend, but in this moment, if I had a girlfriend, I probably would have been dragged to see this. I probably would have been. And then you could watch me be miserable because you'll like it when I'm miserable.
Yeah.
So.
I got very lucky. My lady wants to see this film less than I do, so I'm in the clear.
Because Rachel hates all the things you hate too. So
yeah, we're very much in line.
Yeah, so
Worked
you could say that. So this is Barbie. This is Wicked. I don't want to say it's not going to hit $1 billion, but I need to see how next weekend goes before I really feel like I need to see the trend. I need to see if
too
there's
early
bumps.
for $1 billion prediction one way or another at this point.
Let's go back right here. It needs an international to get to $1 billion. I mean, it could have a massive domestic box office of 500-600 million, which is doable. Because let's go back to Barbie. What was Barbie's domestic? 636. I don't think it's going to do Barbie numbers. So we're looking at possibly, I'm putting it out there, we're looking at possibly 400 to 500 domestic for Wicked. I think that's a fair guess based at this point.
Depending on how long they leave it in theater. They've been doing a lot of 30-day releases again. But
I don't think they're not gonna do with this because it's a part one. Now we knew it was a part one way back when we thought it was gonna do shit because we didn't understand because we were men. But it's a part one. I think they're gonna leave this till almost Christmas in the theater. Honestly,
there's nothing to compete with it until Sonic comes out, so there's no reason to pull it.
Yeah, it should go well past Christmas. A good run for this film would probably be 3 months in the theater. That used to be a
legitimate old school run. Then you think?
Yeah, if it gets a 3-month release, I 100% agree with you. It'll get 400 to 500 domestically.
Yeah, but the question is international because we don't have the exact. We only have the zeros. It says 50 million haven't come in yet, but it released already in the UK. So you got that UK.
That's going to be one of the biggest ones.
But it's already there. It's been out there for 2 days already. So, but the rest of the world, and it hasn't released in a lot of big markets yet around the world, or at least in other parts of Europe, this and that.
Well, how well do Broadway plays in general do in non-English speaking countries? I don't know what the interest would be for something like that.
And that's the question. And we asked the question last week, where is the international interest in this? Because you need 500 to 800 million. You need that 500 million international to get to $1 billion. You're not going to get there without it. And if it doesn't do well internationally, if it doesn't have a massive international, I think it peters out around 700 to 800 million.
I think that's very fair with what we have.
Now that's profit. That's $400 or $500 million profit.
More than enough to justify its part 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah, which they've already filmed. It's done.
They did back to back. Okay.
Yeah, they did it. They did it all. It's done. It's simply wait however many months between they want to do and drop it. I wouldn't be surprised if they release this as a summer. Depending on how this one ends, I wouldn't be surprised if they start the summer off with Wicked. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, check out my gaming channel at Renaissance Nerd Arcade, and follow me on X Twitter under @TheRedNerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.